right. Thank you, Wolverines. Let's give it up for the Wolverine cheerleaders. Tonight's guest, we have UMKC's head basketball coach, Coach Kareem Richardson. Tonight's special guest host also Shannon Oleen, former Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader, motivational speaker, and our lovely guest. Welcome. Sideline Sports Talk is brought to you by the Pizza Bar. Tonight, the Wolverines will receive a special $2 slices with the purchase of a drink.
Hey, Kansas City, how are you guys doing today? We've got the Missouri Wolverines in the house. Such an amazing evening tonight. And I'd like to go ahead and bring up here the Missouri Wolverines head coach, Jim Tuso. Would you want to come up and join us on stage? Come on, guys, let's give this guy a round of applause. Jim, it's so great to see you here this evening, and thanks so much for bringing your team to be here with us.
No problem. We're glad to be here. This is a great honor. We're happy for you guys having us here.
Now, Jim, tell us a little bit more about your organization.
Okay, well, we're the Missouri Wolverines Youth Organization. We have football and cheerleading, getting ready to launch into basketball. This will be our first year in basketball. But our football program, we have five-year-olds through 14-year-olds. We have nine teams. We have a flag, second grade team. We have two third grade teams, a fourth grade, a fifth grade, a sixth grade, seventh grade, and an eighth grade. We have over 200 football players. We have close to 60 cheerleaders in our program. And, we're located up north. We're at Winnetonka High School, where we're based out of. We play in a league called the Champions League. We play teams from all over the Kansas City area. Just this past week.
Now, I have to stop you for a second because it's my understanding that your organization is a very successful organization, that these are some very talented young men and women.
Well, what we have here today is we have our fifth and our sixth grade teams. Our fifth grade team just yesterday won a big game for first place in their division. They are 4-0 in the Champions League. They beat a team from Ray Peck.
Big round of applause, guys. Yeah.
Our sixth grade team is also here. Our sixth grade team is 10-2 on the season. They've won the Savannah, Missouri preseason tournament. We also traveled up to Des Moines, Iowa, and won the West Des Moines preseason classic. The sixth grade team is also in first place in their sixth grade division in the Champions League.
This is incredible. Big round of applause. Now, being 4-0, now obviously there's a lot of buzz in Kansas City right now about being 4-0. Now, tell me, from your perspective, what does the leadership have to do with having a successful organization like this?
Well, we're very blessed in our program. Out of our 9 teams, 5 of our teams are coached by head coaches who don't have any kids playing on the team. We take pride in that, so we make sure that it's all about the player development, the best players play. We don't really, have to worry about kids playing or dads playing their kids. We try to bypass that in our program. We've been very lucky with that. Our 8th grade staff alone has 7 coaches. None of them have kids playing in the program. We have a motto in our program: commitment, loyalty, and desire. And we try to instill that in our program, and that's what we feel has been the foundation to our success. First of all, our commitment. Most of our players do off-season workouts. The days of coming out August 1st and being ready for football, the schedule we play and the competition we play, you can't do that. So a lot of our boys take part in speed and agility classes, not necessarily actual football practice, but they take in off-season conditioning. So they take part in that. Then we instill the desire to be better, which we will hope translates over into life to where, hey, if they're an assistant manager, they want to always be striving to be a manager. Never be satisfied. So the desire to always get better. And then the loyalty not only to the Missouri Wolverines, but to their teammates, and they're taking care of business on and off the field, which means doing their grades, doing whatever they need to do, their homework to make sure they're eligible to play. And we've been very blessed. We've got kids that travel. We've got kids that travel as far as from Grain Valley, Belton, all to come play in our program. So we're blessed with what we're doing.
And that's an incredible testament to your program, that there are kids from all over the city that are willing to come to play for you guys. And those are just some incredible characteristics that you guys are instilling in this team. In fact, can I interview one of your guys here?
You can.
Hey, Shannon.
Tell me your name.
Shannon.
Samuel, tell me one thing. What does it mean to you to be able to play in this organization?
Hey, Shannon.
We've got
I'm
someone
over
from
here.
Yes, where
We
are
have
you?
breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news?
Breaking news.
Breaking news, what is it?
We have our host, Mr. Eddie Kennison, who would like to talk to the Wolverines.
Eddie Kennison is in the house, folks.
Well, thank you, dear. Hello, everyone. The Missouri Wolverines, what's up, guys? You guys all ready? You guys ready to play? What's happening? Hi, Shannon. Hey, Coach. How you guys doing? Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Oh, you guys are looking sweet, man. You guys ready to play some football tonight? Maybe? Wait a minute. I asked you guys if you were ready to play football tonight, and all I got was a You guys make more noise than this in your sleep. You guys ready to play some football tonight? That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the way the locker room and the field should sound like every time you step on the field, with the same enthusiasm every time they step on the field. Hi, ladies. I would say this is the Wolverine cheerleaders. Yes. How about a big round of applause for these ladies? Yes. How about if you guys give the cheerleaders a hand? Come on, guys, give the cheerleaders a hand. I'll tell you guys a little secret. That the cheerleaders have to endure the same elements you guys do every time you play. When you have to play in the rain and sleet and snow, guess who's out there on the sideline cheering you guys on? The cheerleaders, man. Or parents, yeah. Hey, parents, how you guys doing? I know all the Wolverine parents out there. Hi, Wolverine parents. So my question tonight to all of you guys, if you had one thing, all right, and parents, this could help you out big time. This could help you out. If you had one thing, hey, what's up, big guy? Tell me your name. That's all right. I like your boots, man. Hey, if you had one thing to take away as a football player, something that your parents, your coaches, your teachers in school, even your best friend, if you could take one thing from each one of those people, what would that be? And I'm going to ask maybe 2 or 3 of you guys, what is the single most important thing of being an athlete? So I'm going to, you raise your hand, so you're going to answer.
One.
Tell me your name first.
Kendrick.
So the single most thing that's most important to you that you take away from your coach, your teacher, and maybe your best friend and even your teammates? Come on. Oh, you don't know? All right.
Homework.
All right. So, wait a minute. Just only a couple of you guys. So, parents, you heard homework, right? How many of you guys agree with homework is the single most important thing that you can have as an athlete? Yeah. Parents, make sure you see your kid. If they raise their hand or not, then you can give them an opportunity to explain this to you later. All right, you young man.
To learn things. Like, you could learn things from teachers, parents, and coaches.
Oh, you must get like an allowance or something at home, right? You just have great parents. Who is this kid's parents? His parents here? Hi, Mom. Great answer. You have a good kid. Who else? All right, you, the young guy right here. Come on. Yeah, you.
What?
Did you not hear the answer? I mean, the question?
Most important thing is having fun.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Hey, Shannon, that, ladies and gentlemen, the game is about having fun. It's about having fun, and everything else follows in the game of having fun. Because if you fun, you can't play the game. And parents, please, let me just say this. Parents, please have fun with your kids. It's only a sport. It's only a sport. Let them have fun. Well, you guys, what's you guys' record right now? Oh, are they 4-0, ladies? Oh, you guys back up so you don't fall off the stage. Are they 4-0? Yes. Are they a really good football team? Okay, so maybe I ought to ask, what, ladies, as cheerleaders, what do you think? I'm going to ask one of you. Who wants to answer the question? Who's going to be brave and answer the question? Okay, right there. I saw your hand first. Come on up. I'm going to, look, I'm right here. Look, I'm right here. So I'm going to ask you the question. For these guys to continue playing good football, what do you think the single most important thing is for these guys to learn as football players?
To be very respectful to everyone.
Oh, how about that answer? Yes. Give me a high five. To be very respectful to everyone. I stood down here so I can look up at you guys. I know that a lot of things go on during football. There's a lot of aggression that go on with football, right? You guys, they tell you to put your shoulder pads on. They tell you to put your helmet on. They tell you to put your cleats on and run into somebody as fast as you can and pop somebody in the face. That's what you think. That's good. That's the sport. Okay, listen. Okay, listen, guys. Listen. So when you do strap on your helmet and you strap on those shoulder pads and you put your cleats on and you get ready for battle, because I truly believe it's a battle. That's what happens when you step on a football field. You guys have to, one, respect each one of your teammates, right? You're playing for the guy next to you. But even more importantly than that, you respect the guy that's on the other team. Even though you want to crush his head, right? You have to respect the guy that's playing because you don't want to do anything harmful or hurtful to the other team, right? But you still want to bust him up. And I understand that you're supposed to go out and bust him up, but play safe and play fun. But the single most important thing that you guys can do and learn from each one of your peers, teammates, coaches, parents, is respect. You guys know what respect is? Yes, you guys know what respect is. Respect comes with everything that you do on a day-to-day basis. If you don't have respect, you have nothing else. Respect yourself, respect your teachers, respect your coaches, respect your parents. Let me ask you a question. And parents, watch this, because I'm going to keep asking questions that don't have anything to do with football. How many of you guys have clean rooms right now? Your rooms are clean at home. Your bedroom, is your bedroom clean? Parents, are their bedrooms clean at home? Oh, parents, up or down, bedrooms clean or not? Oh, I see more down. All right. Well, I tell you what, you guys keep up the awesome work playing football. I know you're 4-0 right now. Keep playing awesome football. Who's the coach? Where's Coach? Coach is right. Coach is sitting back chilling. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Coach a big round of applause because he's teaching these young men the value of life. Both of these young men.
Oh, I'm not the coach.
Oh, you're not the coach? Oh, I thought he was.
I'm another coach.
Well, anyway, a coach in general. Coach, these young men obviously are learning valuable lessons. I know you do it because you love the game. I respect the men that step up and take care of other kids, other people's kids on a day-to-day basis because it's not easy. A lot of parents they're fuss and fight about the different things that they think you ought to do as a coach. But I appreciate who you are as a coach. I applaud you for it. Keep up the tremendous work that you're doing with these young men. They're 4-0. They're building winning attitudes. And I know they will be something in life because you are the coach that's coaching them. And I can see the enthusiasm in these young men. So awesome job. Let's give Coach a big round of applause. That is awesome.
Hey, Mr. Kennison.
Yes.
I have breaking news yet again.
Uh-oh, more breaking news.
Yes. Guess who I have standing next to me?
Oh, I think I can see him. I think I see him.
It's Mr. Danan Hughes.
Danan Hughes, former wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. And one of my good friends.
We go way back. We go way back.
How you doing, man?
All right, but I heard, before I came out, I heard we had a break. But before we go to a break, I got a chance to listen to some of the stuff that you were telling these young men about being good sportsmen and so on and being disciplined. So I wanted to ask a quick question, if that's all right.
That's all right.
All right, so you guys love the game of, how many of you guys love the game of football? Can y'all tell if they love the game of football by that? How many of y'all love the game of football? Well, football takes a lot of discipline, guys, and I want to ask you all the question. 11 guys on the field on offense, right? 11 guys on the field on defense. What if 6 of you guys do something and the other 5 do something else? That's not really being disciplined. What's the game of football? Gonna have a bad play, right? So discipline, being good teammates, respecting the game, all the things that Eddie was talking about really come into play. You can play tennis by yourself. You can play golf by yourself. You can play a lot of sports by yourself. You can't play football without 10 other guys who are on the same page as you. And that's what the definition in sports is of being disciplined. So make sure you respect the game and you're disciplined and you'll be successful.
There you go, man. Danan Hughes, everybody, one of my good friends and also an ambassador to the Kansas City Chiefs right now. This man, yes.
Now, Eddie and Danan, I have to give a real quick shout out.
Oh, Shannon.
So, as we just heard, both of Eddie and Danan are former professional Chiefs football players. As a former Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader, I just have to give a shout out to the ladies here as well because they work just as hard as
Yeah,
these guys
that's
up
right.
here. Yeah.
Give it up for the ladies right here.
Wow. I guess we're going into break. Young men, keep up the great work. Coach, keep up the great work. And we'll see later on in the year how well you guys will go win a championship. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys at the end of the season. Have fun, guys. Thank
Go
you.
Wolverines!
Big round of applause for these guys. Yes.
Honestly, I just don't care.
door closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
Hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh, if I took you home and be your home run, show me how you do. I wanna shut down in the club with you. Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, wild ones, wild ones.
Like crazy, foolish, stupid, party going wild, fist pumping music. I might lose it, glass to the roof, how we lose it, lose it, lose it. I don't care tonight, she don't care, we like almost there, the right vibe, ready to get live, ain't no surprise, take me so high, jumping those dives, surfing the crowd. Oh, said I gotta be the man, I'm the head of my band, mic check 1, 2. Shut them down in the club when the Playboy does, till they all get loose, loose, out the bottle, we all get fit in again tomorrow. Gotta break rules, cause that's the motto. Club shut down, 100 supermodels.
Hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh, if I took you home and be your home run, show me how you do. I wanna shut down in the club with you. Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, wild ones, wild ones.
Party rocker, for showstopper, more shampoo, number 1 club hopper. Got a hangover like too much vodka. Can't see me with 10 buns.
All right, sports fans. We're coming back for our second half of Sideline Sports Talk with our regular host, Mr. Eddie Kennison.
Oh, yeah, thank you, thank you. Glad to be back. Our host, our guest, you could be a host,
I guess so.
right?
I
Danan
guess
Hughes, former Chiefs wide receiver. My good friend Shannon. You guys, we have to go back a long, well, I shouldn't say a long way, but
A few years.
yeah, when I was kind of coaching over at the Sprint Center with our indoor football team, you were doing some awesome things, and we didn't know that we did a commercial together, but it was kind of off to the side a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's great working with you when we were with the indoor team, and now it's great to be here with you this evening.
Oh, it's fun, isn't it? So we have, you would like to introduce
absolutely.
Coach.
So I'll go ahead and introduce Kareem here. We've got Kareem Richardson with UMKC men's basketball team, and coming to us all the way from Louisville. And so if you want to go ahead and share with us a little bit of your past successes.
I appreciate it. We're just obviously my first season with UMKC, coming in from University of Louisville, where I had the opportunity to fulfill a dream come true and winning a national championship last year, and obviously, like I said, a dream come true, wonderful feat, and really just looking to try to bring a lot of the things that's been talked about with these guys, the discipline factor to the program, and obviously, just like with the Wolverines here, any program and every program is built on great discipline and great character, and so that's what we try to do here at UMKC.
Well, Coach, I jumped in right away, right when the guys came on, and obviously as a head basketball coach, you deal with so many different personalities on a day-to-day basis, and young men in college, and it has to be some structure somewhere. These young men that's standing behind us, if you were coaching this football team, what's one or two key components that you would immediately install into their brain to say this is the way you have to be as an athlete?
It really easy. Again, you'll go back to the discipline factor, and you hit it as well as playing for one another. You can't, obviously it's a team sport, just like basketball. These guys are on the football field, and it's got to be a team effort for those guys, and being unselfish and having that discipline. Discipline and unselfish go hand in hand, as you know as well, being a former player yourself. And so these guys just and have fun with it. I told our guys the first day of practice yesterday, you can't forget the component of having fun with it, and when things get a little tiresome and your body starts to ache, and it's easy to give in to fatigue, but you can't forget about having fun.
Right. And Danan, with parents that are standing out in the crowd, looking at their young football players, they said, "Oh yeah, my guy's gonna be the next collegiate guy to get a D1 scholarship or even potentially go into the National Football League." If you could give parents, because you are a parent of five
kids,
kids, yeah, and if
that deserves a round of applause.
that deserves a round of applause. A man played in the National Football League, 5 children. If the parents that are standing out right now, if you can give them one piece of advice about their young men potentially making it to college and into the National Football League, what advice would you give their parents?
Well, I would say just being a positive reinforcement, a positive structure with your kids. Don't try to brainwash them into believing that they're going to be the next Peyton Manning or those type of things. But if they have a passion for the game, support that passion. Oftentimes we see, and I have 5 kids, I have 3 grandkids. I coached baseball for the last 9 years competitively. I have several kids on my baseball program that just got scholarships to college as well, Division I and all the way through. And what I try to tell is, you as a parent, you can't live the game for your kids. So the kids can't play the game for you or replace what your dreams were, your aspirations were. You have to just be a supportive mechanism behind them. Try to provide every opportunity for them to succeed. It's almost like if your kid is struggling with reading, what do you do as a parent? You sit down with them, you help them read, you get books, and you help them grow. As an athlete, you just support them behind them, try to get them around as many other athletes that love and have a passion for the game like they do, and then try to build them up from that way. And I say if because you and I know, and Kareem, you know as well, it's a very small chance that you're going to make it to the college level, a very small percentage chance that you're going to make it to the pro level. But if you have that opportunity, or if that opportunity presents itself, there's nothing better than being that supportive person right behind them or right alongside your child, so that they know the proper way of doing things, the proper work it takes. I really try to instill in my kids about work. They're at the age now where they understand, okay, they love the games. They play volleyball, basketball, baseball, but they have to put in the work as well. But I also try to encourage them within that work that it's not only about that they have to be solid students also.
Right.
Now, Danan, it's interesting that we're talking about that there's so much more to the sport than what we see on the football field or the basketball court. You know, we all heard in the news the past couple of weeks what happened in Utah with the Union High School coach. So let's talk about that. I mean, what do you guys think about that? He suspended his entire team.
That's a great story. I read that on the internet the other day, and that was an awesome story. Kind of like Coach Carter, the movie, where he shut the doors and chained them up, and guys weren't doing their part, and they were doing the wrong things, and you have a coach that has the guts to be able to put the season on the line to prove a point, to instill character, to instill discipline, to get kids back on the right road. I think it's an amazing story.
Coach, are you going to be putting up chains on the doors, and you're going to suspend the whole basketball team?
Hey, Coach Richardson
never say
here.
never.
Well, and I think with the opportunity for parents to really understand the aspect of the percentages of their young kids, potentially making it in the professional world, even into the college world. I don't know the percentage in college, but so far as making it as a professional athlete, ladies and gentlemen, the parents who are watching their kids up here, the group of kids is probably, 45 to 50 kids standing behind us. Maybe one of these kids have a chance of making it as being a professional athlete, whether it's football, basketball, soccer. One of these kids. I mean, 10 of them can go, absolutely, but the percentages are so low, and a lot of parents really don't understand that aspect of their kid when they're growing up, when they have these super high expectations and not realistic expectations. So parents understand that, and like Danan said, we want you guys to keep pushing these kids and keep pushing them and push them hard. It's all right. My parents, they used to make this little vein in the middle of my forehead pop out, but, to push me to go out. But, we don't have to go to that extreme, but it was a lot of fun. But that's just part of growing up. That's part of who we are. That's part of being an athlete. And, Coach, we know this is your first year coming in I think it's your first year, right?
First year.
And I think the man who hired you on, I think he actually moved on to another school. But thank God he brought you on to turn this program around and make it better. Because I personally like to bring my boys out and watch some basketball. My son is a starting point guard at Rockhurst High School, so I want to be able to bring him out and see a good basketball team play. What can you tell our fans, or the fans that are UMKC fans, what can you tell them without giving away, the locker room, that they can look forward to good basketball coming out of the Rules locker room?
Yeah, we're very excited about the season. We're going to be actually playing right down the street here. The majority of our home games back at Municipal. Got a lot of, we got some great renovations going on down there. So the fan experience is going to be a very new experience and a very exciting experience that we're obviously looking forward to. And, the staple of our program, kind of in a nutshell, obviously we talked about the discipline, but you can't forget about the obvious of just playing hard. Our team at Louisville last year, we probably wasn't the most talented team, but I would say we probably played harder than any team in the country.
Yeah.
And so, as we've started and began our program and our culture, it's really about, playing hard and being very disciplined.
I think that's an excellent message, not only just about your college age young men, but also about these young men and ladies that are here, about working hard. Eddie, you talked about it as well, about pushing your kids, not being fanatical in it, but being pushing and supportive behind them, because it's about the passion of the game. If you recognize, and I'm sure you have a roster full of guys that have a passion for basketball, and if they have a passion for basketball, it's your job, it's your duty, it's your expectations that you push behind them to fill that passion, to add gasoline to that passion. That's the same thing that we're called on as parents, as coaches, is that we have kids who are passionate about schoolwork, passionate about science, passionate about computers, passionate about mathematics and sports and cheerleading and whatever else, and we have that duty to push behind them and support behind them and help them fulfill their goals. And in your case, your goal is going to be a national championship. That's the expectation. Nothing wrong with that. You set the limits high and be the right support behind them.
I absolutely agree with that. And then, you hit it right on the nail on the head. Does that mean I got to be quiet?
I think they said we're going into break, Coach. So I think they said we're going into break. So if you keep that thought, we make sure we get that thought when we come back. We'll be back taking a break.
I'm a rookie at this.
Once again, oh, that's loud, right? All right, sports fans, we would like to thank the Wolverines once again for coming to hang out with Sideline Sports Talk. Would like for you all to join the Pizza Bar for $2 pizzas by the slice. They're one of our proud sponsors for tonight's show. You want some, Kennison?
I missed the question.
$2 pizza. $2 by the slice pizza in the pizza bar?
I still didn't hear you. It's hard to hear you.
Kennison's cheating tonight. He's trying not to hear me. Joke. Wolverines, pizza by the slice in the pizza bar. We're on break. SidelineSportsTalkKC.com.
Couldn't understand you.
as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble that might drag you down, you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
All right, sports fans, we're getting ready to come back from our break. Sideline Sports Talk is brought to you by the Kansas City Power and Light District. We're live from the Kansas City live stage. Our host, Mr. Eddie Kennison. Our special host, Mr. Danan Hughes. Coach Kareem Richardson, and Miss Shannon Oleen.
Awesome, awesome. I think we're getting ready to cue up a video from probably one of the greatest run backs in Chiefs history. I've only seen one, I think, better than this.
Yes, Denver.
Yes. And I think we're loading it up right now. Check this run back out from yesterday's beatdown that the Chiefs put on.
There's some special days right there.
My US drive had a glitch in it. So I guess we'll find that video at some point. But ladies and gentlemen, Kansas City Chiefs right now. How about them boys? How they playing? They're 4-0 right now.
Yeah, how about those Chiefs?
Man, I tell you what, I looked at the stats on yesterday, and the last time we went 4-0 as a Chiefs football team was in 2003.
Yep, you were on there.
And I tell you what, some great things start to happen when you're 4-0, brother.
Oh,
the
yeah.
confidence level is here. The guys in the locker room, they hold everyone accountable. You better not do nothing tonight that's going to interfere with what practice is going to lead up to on this. I mean, the dynamics
Oh, yeah.
of the game change when you're 4-0, brother. And when you're 0-4, they change because you're trying to figure it out. But, dog.
Coach, what last year you guys won a national championship at, you guys say Louisville down there. I'm from Jersey. We say Louisville. So excuse me if I mess it up. But you guys won that. How did you guys start the season, and how did the start of the season affect you at the end of the season?
You know, same way. We started off very well. You know, like you said, great momentum, great confidence to go in. And, you know, we had a stretch there. We went 35-5 last year, but we had a stretch where we lost 3 in a row. And it was like, you know, it was, you know, hell was about to freeze over. But it was, you know, but we quickly were able to regain our confidence, and we finished out the year winning 16 in a row. So anytime you can string together wins like that, as you're talking about, starting off 4-0, it just gives a team so much more confidence and belief to know that they can go out and win every game. You know, the Chiefs, and they haven't beaten lightweights, you know, and so they got to have a lot of confidence with their start for sure.
Coach, so much of what we've seen in this community in the last 4 weeks have just changed dramatically from last year. And I really think that that's a huge testament to our new coaching staff and, of course, Andy Reid. Let's talk about Andy Reid, what he has done for us this year.
Amazing.
Well, I'll tell you, the very first thing that impressed me about Andy is his ability to come in and communicate with the team immediately. And we're not going to go backwards of what happened with the guys before him, but he was able to come in, and one of the profound statements that I remember hearing Andy Reid say was, when he walked into the building for the very first time, everyone was in shambles, like they were shaking to see a new guy come in. And he said he didn't like that feeling. So he immediately went in and changed that feeling around, made it a family-friendly atmosphere where people didn't feel like they had to walk on eggshells going to work every morning. And everybody think that it's just football players that go in, or basketball players, or coaches just going in on game day and performing. Well, we have people that takes a big toll on how we go to work every day, from the people who sweep the floor to make sure there's no dust, to the guys, the field crew who paint the fields, to the people. I mean, it's an entire organization, and when everything is not lined up the way it needs to be lined up to win championships, things are in shambles. Things go downhill.
Well, Eddie, I went out to one day of the training camp, and the most impressive thing, and I keep going back to the discipline factor that we keep talking about, and the thing that I really noticed, and it was my first training camp ever, but when that horn sound from drill to drill and seeing guys sprint to drills, there was no wasted time. Yeah. Right away I turned and I mentioned that to Stephen St. John, who I was with, and he said, it hadn't been like that in the past. And you could see right away, as an outsider, the discipline that they had, going from drill to drill. There was no wasted time, no wasted movement. And as a coach, it was really a beautiful thing to see.
And we can definitely see that with our boys being 4-0 right now, brother. Andy Reid came in and turned these things around. And I tell you what, I couldn't be more proud. I sit in my basement with my feet kicked up. Well, I was at the game yesterday, but for the most time, I'm sitting in my basement. I'm watching our boys play, brother, and it's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring up a young man in a few seconds, but first, let's take a look at this video.
One of the most dynamic plays in the NFL so far. Going to be hard to beat this one for any team this season.
Man, I still think I can run that fast.
How about that? How about that?
We've seen some impressive things, especially going back to the Dante Hall years, if you remember back to those years. But you can't beat that. Dexter McCluster, he was on fire yesterday.
Like I said, I still think I can run that fast at 40 years old, Coach. If I tried to run that fast right now, I'd pull everything. Back, hamstring, glute,
I just
muscle.
pull a muscle thinking about it.
He made those guys look like little kids.
Yes. 89-yard punt return. Blockers up front. If you watch from that end zone copy, you see the guys doing their job. Like I talked about before we came on stage, Eddie, all 11 guys have to be unified doing their job, and success happens like that. Amazing, amazing how this team has turned things around. From 2-14 last year, a lot of craziness that went on around the organization. Talk about Kansas City sports in general this year. 2013, the Royals, how great that season's been.
Right.
Chiefs, Sporting KC, UMKC is going to be on the rise. It's an amazing time to be a Kansas City sports fan.
I tell you what, I'm glad to be a Kansas City. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring up a man that's going to try to bring the crowd together when we play Oakland to be the loudest stadium. Let's take a look at this video before we bring him up. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that's going to help bring Arrowhead to the championship, to be the loudest stadium in the National Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, the X Factor. X, what's up, man?
I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. Let's light this town on fire, loud and proud.
Can you imagine 85,000 people going along with this to make Arrowhead the loudest stadium or regain that championship? Why don't you tell everyone what your plan is, what the plan of action is going in for the Oakland Raiders game, what they can do, what Facebook page where they can go and join on to be part of this?
It's called Terrorhead Returns, and it's going down October 13th against those Chokeland Faders. And if you can't get pumped up when the Faders come to town, you can't get pumped up for nothing. But Seattle just recently set the decimal record for the loudest stadium in the NFL at 136.8 decibels. But Arrowhead's always been known as the loudest, most intimidating stadium in the NFL. So they just took our crown. We're coming for you guys, Seattle, you sea chickens. We're bringing that back to Arrowhead. The Red Sea's coming alive, baby. And we're going to at least set it at 137 decibels.
Wow, 137 decibels. You can shake the earth with 137 decibels.
That's
so
right.
with everybody, if you're going to be at the game, what you yell out at your window on October 13th doing the, what'd you call them?
It's Terrorhead Returns.
I'll talk about the Chokeland Raiders.
Chokeland Faders.
Oh, even worse.
They fade at the end.
Well, everybody, go out. Let's support this. I know I have as part of my Facebook page. You guys asked me to friend it. I did. I want to be part of what's going on because we need to regain that championship. You guys go out, be a part of what's happening. Go out and yell your heads off during this day, and let's bring the championship back to Arrowhead Stadium.
Absolutely. And I'm going to demonstrate. Make sure you go buy bags of cough drops. That is a super fan key to keep your voice going for 3.5 hours straight. But you got to also multitask. You know, and Eddie, your wife loves when you multitask and do laundry and dishes and all that stuff.
Yeah, he does a lot of that.
Yeah, same type of deal. I want every fan, of course they're going to use their voice, but I also want them pounding on the seat in front of them and pounding on the floor too, so you're going to have to do all that and scream.
It sounds like there's some strategy to this. I mean, you know all the tricks of the trade.
Absolutely, and if you got a program, cup it like a megaphone, because that'll amplify your voice too, baby. and bring your kids out, and because they can scream all day long, and they won't get on your nerves. I've got a couple boys here that are going to demonstrate even a louder voice than me. So
come on up, boys. Come on up. Let's show the
Show
fans.
us what you got.
Show us what you got. Come on up, little man. You come stand in the front so we can see you. There you go. You probably have the loudest voice out of your brothers, right? All right, so you guys are going to demonstrate how our fans should yell in, I'm about to say Tiger Stadium. I'm an LSU fan. In Arrowhead Stadium on October 13th against the Chokeland Faders. So show the kids what they should do on that day.
Let's hear it. That'll work.
That's piercing.
Works for me.
I think my dog just went down.
If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will.
Coach, you need these guys.
We need these guys over here.
Wow.
We need them at municipal.
At municipal. Yes. So you guys make sure you show up to show support for Coach Kareem and UMKC Rules when they start their season, and we'll make sure we support Arrowhead Stadium on October 13th to regain our championship, to be the loudest stadium in the National
NFL,
Football League.
That's right.
You
Stomping
guys are
your
awesome,
feet,
man.
Clapping your hands,
banging
hitting the
on
back
the
of
seats,
the chairs,
screaming,
smacking the person. No, don't smack the person next to you. Don't do that. Only Raider fans.
Only Raider fans. Well, thank you guys. Have fun. Guys, it's been awesome. Coach, thanks for joining us. Danan. Oh, get the old Arrowhead. The old chop. And you know what? That guy's been around a long time. X Factor been around a long time. So, X, we definitely appreciate you and all of the KC super fans. You guys are awesome. Coach, we want to wish you all the luck in the world this upcoming
Thank you very
season.
much.
I'm going to make sure, and I'm putting Danan out there too. I'm going to make him buy season tickets. He just bought some and he don't know it yet. But I want to bring my boys out, check out some basketball games, brother. We want to cheer you on to a championship this year. I know it's year one, but I know expectations are high, and I know you're going to do everything in your power to bring the UMKC Roos back to their dominance.
Really appreciate it. You know, it's going to be an exciting year. Really challenge all you guys to come on out. It'll be an exciting style of play, a great brand of basketball, and I guarantee you'll love the effort that our guys bring out night in and night out.
So, Danan, just one last thought, because we didn't get an opportunity to hear what you're doing now. I know you've been out of football for a number of years.
Yes.
Won't you let us know what you're doing, not as a coach, but professionally, to make sure your family eats?
Well, I work at U.S. Bank Home Mortgage. I've been there since I retired in '99, and for 13 plus years at U.S. Bank Home Mortgage. I work with athletes, entertainers, actually general citizens that buy homes all across the country. And it's definitely been a blessing to get out of football and get into a career and not just a bunch of jobs. I also am on Metro Sports on Sunday and Monday nights, doing a preview and post-game shows for the Chiefs. On 610 Radio, doing Monday and Friday segments about the Chiefs. Talk about the Chiefs, man.
Talk about the Chiefs,
Talk about
brother.
the Chiefs. 2-14, 4-0.
Oh, yeah.
82% chance of playoffs, but that's not the goal.
That's right.
That's not the goal. We saw you in the playoffs in 2003.
Yeah.
They saw me in the playoffs from 93 to 98. You got to get Super Bowl.
It's time for Super Bowl, baby.
Set the
Chiefs
goal
Super Bowl.
high.
Yes. Thank you guys for coming out. Shannon, thank you for coming in and saying a few words and sharing your time with us. We definitely appreciate it. I know I was late, but that's all right.
That's
But
okay.
we definitely appreciate you filling in for Danny.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here with you
Awesome.
all.
And you're beautiful as always. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Miss Shannon. She's always terrific. Yes, yes. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.